Yo, what did you do to Owen? Abnormality. Teal3 wants food for the winter. Her babies are always hungry. I feel like Owen fucking perished over here or something. Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ, I told you! It wrapped Owen up as a thing for them to eat. What is going on? Everybody, welcome back to Lobotomy Corporation. I'm your host, the Birdman, known as Falcon. If you caught the first video we did on this, everybody went mad. Everybody went mad and basically destroyed themselves from the inside out. Just murders left and right from our agents of the corporation itself. Now, I was actually quite surprised by the amount of feedback I got from you guys wanting to see more of this going forward, and that's okay with me. I mean, I'll cover it for another episode or two. The only thing you guys gotta keep in mind, though, this is a very roguelike game in nature. It's a sim management game, obviously, but it's mostly about repetition. The game expects you to die very often, so you learn more information about the monsters, the abnormalities, the SCP monsters, whatever you want to call them, in the game. Like, basically, through trial and repetition is how you learn about them. So, what I have here, though, is I'm going to try to circumvent that a little bit. I found somebody pointed me to a thread that apparently gives you an idea what type of observations you should be doing with the monsters. So, I'll look at that thread and hopefully that helps me out. Now, mind you, this is a rough translation from Korean, so even though it's telling me to do something, it might not actually work. So we'll see how this plays out. Now, as we have read this before, I'm gonna go ahead and just skip it through. You guys could pause and read if you want to, but essentially, you're meeting the AI Angela for the first time, which is very up to something terrible, mind you. The whole corporation is against you. I'm sure you're also an experiment somehow. The entire corporation is an experiment on you. That's my ultimatum over here. I'm not sure if that's really true or not, but that's how it feels like to me. Everything about this corporation is wrong. I mean, with the idea of keeping monsters for power is really crazy. Let's ask about Angela this time, though, because last time we asked about, I think, the corporation itself. How can I explain in layman terms in order to make them understand? In order to make me people, thousands of people, went through a great deal of trouble for many years. All sorts of new algorithms and functions were created, and a new history of AI was written. And I work for the company. We discovered these wonders called abnormality. We found these mysterious entities called abnormality and a way to extract energy from them with a certain method. Of course, artificial intelligence is a very common concept, but to name a difference between them and I can express emotions. I can be the perfect partner through all other functions. Good luck. Which is very creepy on its own. She can express emotion and can be the perfect partner through all other functions? Like, what are you talking about now, are ya? Anyway, let's go into our first day here. So, if you missed the first video, I would definitely suggest you go back and watch that one. It kind of like, I walked through more of the basics of the game. So here, I won't be really focusing too much on that. Just hopefully surviving long enough to see what else is out there. And I really want to get through, like, at least another part of the agency itself. I can't get through here. I keep dying, like, at day number 3 or 4 now. I'm getting close to it. I think you have to get to, like, day number 5 or 6 to create a new checkpoint that lets you start from the middle of the game as opposed to, like, or not the middle of the game, but further into the game as opposed from the start every single time. Paulinus? Whatever, Paulinus it is. Owen and Camille over here. Unfortunately for us, the only person to be able to interact with, one sin, whatever your name is going to be Camille, because she could communicate, and this guy enjoys communicating with humans. So, let's actually start our day here. We'll pause. Now, one of the things that I really hate about the game, again, there hasn't been an update to the game just yet, and I think the game needs a little bit of polishing, because it's kind of like all over the place at the moment, but it's really hard to keep track of, like, once you have this monster and other monsters, like, what they're telling you. And what they're telling you is actually very important for you to actually know what they like and what they don't like. But since you are kind of like always zooming around and you have like multiple monsters you're talking to, you miss what one might be saying, which is actually very important. So there's got to be like an easier way to tell you, hey, this is what's being said over here. Although if you go to the work log, I believe, this will tell you everything that they're saying at the moment. So you basically have to go to the work log, click on one monster and the other one, and kind of like keep tabs on the work log. It's kind of really confusing. That's the reason why I feel the game is actually very unique, but it definitely needs refinement going forward. So let's send order and activity to communicate with the optimist Camille. And by the way, the whole thing about optimist and pessimist, and let's see what we have here. Principalist and the gender also affects the type of communication you're doing with the monster. So sometimes, even though you're sending somebody that's going over there to talk to them and they like talking, if they don't have the right, like, principality, for instance, or the right trait, or the right sex, it's going to definitely affect you. It's really interesting. It's very interesting in that regard, but the game doesn't really does a good job of explaining it to you, so you kind of have to figure out the trial and error. And as I mentioned, it's like, you know, it's a Korean roughly translated game, so it does make it more difficult for you. But as you can see right now, 1 sin is actually doing quite well. The power is being boosted at the moment, so we could just chill here for a bit. Or I could just send Homeboy in here to talk again, which we probably will. There's also the Confession Special. For the special ability, this is something we didn't really touch too much on, but this is the caretaking of the 1 sin and hundreds of good. The description on it is going to be right here, and I'll probably read this out for you. Oh my god, that's a lot. Oh, good God almighty. Well, I'll start reading some of this if we cover more of this game going forward, because this will tell you the entire story of each monster, which is actually kind of cool. That's where the whole SCP thing comes into play. But with this guy over here, we are practically done. I'll send one more time for the communication over here, but this one's like a really easy one to start off with. I normally, always hope we get this guy first, because he's very easy to just talk to him. He doesn't really have too many things that can piss him off, so it should be fine. The next monster, though, could be the spider monster, and that's going to be the really big problem over here. That's what I'm telling you. This over here, all what they're saying is actually very important, but you normally miss it because you're zoomed out. But we got our first target energy achieved, and we also got a new agent, which is going to be Orang. Oh, and when people go crazy, mind you, when people go crazy, you can suppress them with your existing agents. That's something that somebody told me in the comments that they noticed, and it's something I completely missed altogether. As a matter of fact, again, the tutorial... Was there a tutorial in this game? I don't even remember now. This doesn't mention anything about the suppression, so again, it's just like, you know, there's so much that's left open in this game, so you're always thinking like, what does this shit do? You're always trying to figure it out. And the wiki for it is in Korean, so, you know, you gotta do a rough machine translation. I mean, good luck. So I'm gonna do this time, Create the Future. I think last time we did Face Our Fear. So you guys could go ahead and read this if you would like to. It tells you more about the story. This one I've already read myself, so I'm skipping it for now. Alrighty, so day number 2. We have Polinus, we have Owen, we have Camille, and now we have Orang as well. We have 1 female, 3 males, and we have Principal. Let me actually let me get you guys in the order I could kind of situate you with. So we have 2 Optimists over here, and Principalist over here. Okay, so that's cool. We have 4 of you, and we could all do everything. There's beating, there's communication, cleaning, feeding, and amusement. Cool. So we have just about everything that we do need. Let's come over here and start our day. Pause really quickly. Oh, Jesus! So that's so weird. It's very cool, actually, too. Remember how he told us there were spiders in the future? Well, I guess I was right. So what they tell you is actually very important going forward. This here is the spider bud enemy. Are you? Yeah, you are. You can tell by all the fucking spiders in there. This one is the reason why I believe we lost last time. And what I read in the forums was that you should probably ignore difficult monsters until you have higher leveled people. So what I could do right now is just ignore this guy completely and keep talking to 1 sin, and I hope I could probably get enough power for the day to go to the next day over through his power alone. So right now for the spider bud, however, in case you're wondering, the spider apparently is into, let me tell you right now, the spider is into being fed, but it's got to be somebody that's not a principal worker. So whoever's got the principalist trade, do not feed them with the spider. Don't feed the spider with them. So let's start off with the easy one over here, which is communicating with... oh, we can use any of them, huh? Well, before I choose one, let's come over here really quickly, and if I want to defeat this goddamn spider, I got Polinus and Owen. It cannot be Owen, so it has to be Polinus. So Polinus, good luck to you. And over here, we'll send communication. We already talked to her before with Camille. And the work speed for Camille is faster, which could be very useful right now. But let's start off with Orang to level up Orang here a little bit as well. And let's keep an eye on what's going to happen with the spider. The spider normally makes you go insane, and that's where all the bad shit starts to happen. That's the one that actually ended our run last time, if I'm correct, so... Okay. I'm gonna say we're gonna ignore 1 sin because we've seen it before, and I think we're gonna be fine. Over here is the big problem. We don't know the name of the abnormality just yet, we just know the experiment name. So TL243T wants food for the winter. Her babies are always hungry. God damn, it's scary. I hate that so much, this stupid spider monster. So we're taking psychological damage here, where we could hope that Polinus is strong enough. Now we have to talk. Come on, Polinus, don't lose your shit. Paulus never looks at the ceiling during the work to assure not to make any eye contact with her. Okay. Keep going. Don't lose your shit. Come on, please make it out. Make it out alive. Okay, hey, Paulus did pretty good. As you can see, we have some positivity happening over here, but Paulus made it through. Administrator is magical. I am not a magical girl. I'm the administrator, by the way. I'm not a magical girl. Okay, I'm far from magical, and I'm far from a female, even worse, okay? So you survive, which is great, though. Okay, flying squirrel. He reminds me of a flying squirrel when he quickly finishes off everything. What do you mean he? You're a female. That could be a translation thing right now, because that's a female. And by he, I'm pretty sure they're talking about themselves. Or that's like my assessment of them. Top employee. That's the person who came up in the top last employment exam. He must be really smart. Well, apparently I'm confused that this is a guy when it's really a female, but whatever. So, apparently, top employee. That's the reason why maybe he didn't freak out. Good. So, have we learned anything about you? Not quite, no. Not quite. So we have to continue doing the observations still. Paulus, are you good to go? How's your health over here, buddy? Should I send you out again? Oh, you have terrible evasion, right? Alrighty, let's try it again. With a okay, a little bit of damage here. Let's give you a little bit of time off, okay? We'll send you out pretty soon. The other person that can feed is a principalist, which is apparently really bad for that one. Someone ignore that. Hey, what are you doing to one sin? How do you lose out one sin? He's always really easy to kind of get on our side. What'd you do over here? Who was that? Oh, that was Orang, the new person. Camille, go over there and show him how it's really done. Orang, I'm disappointed in you. Alright, so right now, hey, you're giving me power. Let's ignore Spider-Man for a while until we see it suddenly get, like, neutral or something. But for now, it's in, happy. There's a stark difference between half full and half empty. It took me a long time to grasp the difference as well. That's the AI talking to you, by the way. Okay, so we should be able to get through day number 2 just by one sin alone. Unless the spider dude starts getting pissed off that we're ignoring. I have no clue why you're ignoring. Okay, now it's getting pissed off. So now we're going to send, again with the nourishment, Paulus. Good luck to you. Okay? You handle it like you handled it before. Now, I'm hoping we get enough power right now with one sin alone to get through the day, and then I don't have to worry too much about Paulus over here failing. So let's come back over here. Wires in the ceiling seem to have gotten longer. Employee Paulus saw one of them moving. Don't start freaking out. Numerous eyes are watching Paulus' every move like cameras. Oh no. Oh no. Although employee Paulus wanted to do nutrition work to TO243T as he ordered, he couldn't finish as delusion and panic drove him or her mad. We will never see his smile again. It's a female, goddammit! Are you panicking? Your panic response is to shut down. Okay. Why so serious? I'll make you feel better. Hold on. Visits every single one of the quarters and worsens abnormalities mood status. Oh, so this is your shutdown. So whenever I send you to do something, you'll make the moods of the abnormalities worse. Okay, we can't have that happening. I believe if I attack Paulus as well, we'll kill him, even with the baseball bat. So I'll ignore him for now, or ignore her, I should say. The game's got me calling me a him too now. But I think we should be able to get through this day easily. Oh no, Paulus is now going shit crazy over there. You see that? Okay, you're panicking. Shut down. That's okay. Just continue shutting down. As long as you're not coming after my agents, we're okay. Come on, give me enough power here. Oh no, Spider-Man, stop being such a dick. Somebody go talk to homeboy over here. Communicate. Camille, go do it again. Spider, stop being a dick. Oh no. The spider's gonna fuck everything up. We're almost done too. Power, 24 of 30. Come on. We just gotta get... Oh no, it's dropping because of Spider-Man. Fuck. Alrighty, nutrition. We have to go in. We have to go... Unfortunately, we can't do principles, so that's the problem. And we don't know anything about this goddamn abnormality other than feeding. That's the only thing that the wiki says. I don't know, man. I guess we'll... Oh, shit. I'm sorry to say, we're gonna try it with the principles at this point. We're losing too much power from the spider dude. Oh, God. Should we just put Polonus out of their misery? Like, he's having a complete freak out over there, man. Okay, Polonus, I'm sorry, but it's time to go. Orang, go suppress Polonus, man. You know what you gotta do. You know what you gotta do. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh god, it's actually all the way down. You see all the web now. TL3 wants food for the winter. Her babies are always hungry. Oh god, but it's a principalist. It might not go too well. Mood rating is at its best. Come on. Oh, and we should be beating down Polonus right now to dead. Yeah, Orang's just beating him with that baseball club over there. Okay, well, it's gonna go down eventually. 25 of 30. How you doing over here, buddy? Yo, where did Buddy go? Did he perish? Did the spiders eat him? I wouldn't be surprised. Where's he at? Yo. Oh, it'll probably tell you down here. Owen starts to work on nutrition work. Oh, it tells you down here, but I don't see Owen anymore. Owen? Owen, my friend? Where's Owen run off to? Yo, what did you do to Owen? Abnormality. TL3 wants food for the winter. Her babies are always hungry. I feel like Owen fucking perished over here or something. Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ, I told you! It wrapped Owen up as a thing for them to eat. Oh, Jesus Christ, that's so creepy. That is so goddamn creepy. I wasn't expecting that to happen. I had the idea that's probably what happens. I couldn't see Owen anymore. Oh my god. Oh, we're full of energy though. Oh, thank god. Wow, I can't save Owen. It doesn't seem I could order another activity now, but I can't save Owen. Oh, Jesus. And we have probably killed Polonus? Oh, Polonus didn't die, and Polonus is alive! Yes! We didn't kill him after all, we just knocked some sense into her. Oh, thank God. Polonus, get back to work. Oh, thank God. And we have the power accumulated now. Ignore the spider monster. We made it through, guys. We actually survived. Day number 2, which is, you know, difficult with the spider monster here, because it's so picky about what needs to be taken done. No, it's okay. I can ignore it because we're done, AI. So we got 3 people promoted. Polonus went up to, I think, what is that, a shield of some kind? Camille now has a gun. Orang has the shield. Okay, and we have a new agent, Finn. Baldy Finn over here. Okay, hey! We got through the second day on camera, which I didn't do last time, I'm pretty sure. We just went batshit with the spider. At least we survived the spider. Again, it's all about, like, managing what you should be doing. So, if you feel you just don't have the promoted agents just to deal with that type of monster, ignore it for a while until you have enough leveled up people. But of course, you could fail if the other monster you have doesn't give you enough power to circumvent the other monster you're ignoring, sacking up the power, if you know what I'm saying. It's really difficult. It's the reason why I told you it's very roguelite. It's multiple playthroughs you gotta do to kind of really learn everything. Now, since we haven't read this before, hello manager, it's already been 3 days since you started working for Lobotomy. 3 is a mysterious number. The witches in fairy tales always tell you to ask for 3 wishes. Although I don't have any magic powers, I have the ability to grant you 1 wish. And considering the fact that I'm not a person, your wish doesn't have to be rational or realistic. So are you basically just pulling my leg? Materialistic growth or psychological growth? I would like psychological growth with considering the game we're fucking playing here. Are people going mad left and right? What is psychological growth? I know the definition of psychology, but I'm not sure about psychological growth. As long as you're in Lobotomy, anything is possible, right? Yeah, no kidding. Alright guys, so how about we wrap it up here for today? We come back for another video, and we'll see if we survive, or if you guys are enjoying it enough to play more of it. It's kind of like a really hard game, as I mentioned, because number 1, I don't know much about it. It's very RNG, well, not really RNG based, but it's very like repetition. Like you learn by dying and learning the patterns of monsters. And third of all, it's you know, just mostly text-based and waiting around. So I'll do at least one more video, and if you guys want to see more beyond the next video, let me know in the comments and by leaving a like, and I'll cover a bit more. Otherwise, we might wrap it up after the next one. But again, this wasn't something I was planning as a series. It was just a lot of people saying, hey, I want to see more of it, Falcon. So there you guys have it. More. I will catch you next time.